Today, I'm going to show you how you can invest your UK workplace pension into Bitcoin. Now, if you're already a Bitcoin investor, you probably already know that you can't physically own Bitcoin within a pension. And typically, it's not possible to access an active workplace pension pot. But in this video, I will show you how you can get full access to the funds and invest them in a way that gives you exposure to Bitcoin's price volatility. If you're wondering why you might want to invest your money into Bitcoin, I'm not going to go over it in this video, but if you do want to learn more about why people like myself see value in the asset, I'll leave a link down below in the description to my video breaking that down. That being said, before we get into it, this video is intended for information and entertainment purposes only. This should not be considered financial advice. Any reference to financial products, investments, or services are general opinions and are not tailored to your personal circumstances. When investing, capital is at risk and you may lose some or all of your investments. Past performance does not guarantee future results, and please always do your own research. Now, with that out of the way, before we get into the method, there are a couple of things you need to understand regarding workplace pensions and how they work. So a workplace pension is a pension scheme that is set up by your employer. All companies that operate in the UK by law have to offer these to their full-time staff earning over a certain amount. And typically, staff are auto-enrolled into them unless they specifically ask to opt out. Workplace pension schemes, in theory, are great, as they take a portion of your income each month before being hit with income tax, and then a pension provider invests that money for you, allowing it to grow for your retirement. Typically, you'll need to add 5% of your salary into the pension scheme, which is deducted automatically. And the extra bonus is that your employer has to offer a contribution as well that is additional to your salary. Currently, the legal minimum is 3%, but many companies choose to contribute more. Due to this contribution and the tax benefits of saving within a pension, workplace pensions are a great thing to take advantage of. But the big drawback is usually you're stuck with the pension provider to invest that money for you, so there isn't really a lot you can do to try and maximise those returns. With that clarified, if you want to access the money and start managing it yourself, step 1 is to set up what's called a SIPP, or self-invested personal pension. This is effectively a private pension that you can fully manage yourself. And for this reason, we're going to be moving the funds from our workplace pension into this SIPP. Now, there are quite a few different providers out there, but my personal favourite is AJ Bell, as they offer some of the best flexibility when it comes to investment choice. And for my personal needs, they have the best fee structure. Other options that give you full flexibility include Hargreaves Lansdown, IG, and Interactive Investors, but it's best to pick the one that closest suits your needs. The thing to understand though is that in order to get exposure to Bitcoin within your pension, you need to have the freedom to invest in individual stocks within the US stock market. So that rules out platforms like Vanguard, Nutmeg, Moneybox, and other robo-investment platforms, as these won't be suitable. Right, so now that's all set up, the next thing you need to do is move the funds from your workplace pension that have hopefully been building up over the years into this newly created SIPP. Now, to do this, you need to stop contributions to your workplace pension, which is usually done by contacting the pension provider or possibly your employer. This will effectively opt you out of your current workplace pension scheme. This may sound scary, but it's not actually as final as it sounds. You can actually opt back in at any time, providing your employer agrees. And from there, you can start building an entirely new workplace pension retirement pot. It's worth noting that legally they don't have to enrol you right away, but after 12 months since opting out, they do have a legal obligation to allow you back in at your request. But either way, it's worth having the discussion beforehand with your company to check that they're happy to opt you back in sooner rather than later. And from my experience, it's not a time-consuming process and they didn't have any problem doing this. So the reason we have to opt out entirely is that you cannot actually access or move money held within an active workplace pension scheme. So normally you would have to wait until you move jobs to be able to access these funds. But once this pension pot is no longer being actively paid into, you can then contact your newly set up SIPP provider and request a transfer in. At this point, you may be asked to carry out some admin tasks like sending proof of ID, and the process may take a month or two, depending on the types of investments and how much money is involved. But eventually that money will be transferred into your SIPP. Now, it's also worth noting that you can consolidate any existing workplace pensions you have from previous jobs into this SIPP too. Okay, bear with me, we're almost there. So now we have our money finally across into our SIPP. But like I said earlier, unfortunately you cannot invest directly into Bitcoin within a SIPP. We also currently don't have any Bitcoin ETFs in the UK that could give us exposure to the price movement. So with that in mind, the next best thing to do, in my opinion, is to purchase shares in a company whose operations provide exposure to Bitcoin. So this could effectively be any publicly trading company that holds Bitcoin on their balance sheet. There are a growing number of companies that fit this bill as Bitcoin's popularity grows, some of which include Bitcoin miners like Mara and Riot, but also companies whose main operations are unrelated to Bitcoin. For example, Saylor Scientific, Tesla, Block, and MicroStrategy. My personal favourite, and the one that I feel gives the best exposure to Bitcoin's price, is MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy, or MSTR, is a software company who have been buying Bitcoin since 2020 to use as a treasury asset. They were one of the first big companies to start doing this, and because they were the first mover, they have managed to accumulate over 2% of the entire Bitcoin supply. One thing to understand though is as their Bitcoin strategy has developed, they now borrow huge amounts of money at very low interest rates to then purchase Bitcoin, which means it's a leveraged investment. So typically the share price of MSTR is more volatile than Bitcoin, which can be a good or a bad thing depending on how you look at it. The best way to show this is to simply look at the share price against Bitcoin over the last year. So Bitcoin is up 152%, which is huge, whilst MSTR is up 714%. In my opinion, it's definitely worth going down the rabbit hole to try and learn more about this company specifically, but also others choosing to put Bitcoin on their balance sheets. Now, with all of that outlined, that effectively concludes the strategy of how to invest your workplace pension into Bitcoin. If you choose to do this, hopefully now you can invest your money how you want to, whilst also taking advantage of the benefits offered by your workplace pension scheme. I really hope you found this video interesting and it provided some value. If it did, please do me a huge favour and smash that like button down below. And if you are new around here, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well to stay up to date with all of my latest content. If you are interested in properly deep diving into why people see value in Bitcoin as an investment, I'll leave a link on screen now to my video breaking down all of the details and how it compares to other investment opportunities. But with all of that being said, take it easy guys and enjoy the rest of your day.